I gave you a chance. You came up short. There's really nothing more I can say. You had an opportunity to get me out of here, and unfortunately, it didn't happen. Now, I'm going to sound stuffed up, sick, because my son is stuffed up and sick. So the whole house now is stuffed up and sick. And I'm sure much like you, are sick and tired of the month of August. Just end already. Get us into some meaningful playoff chase slash actual playoff baseball, will you? Other sports are starting to bloom, and here we are. Like, let's just go. Thumbs up, subscribe. Do not do that. All right. Eric is taking care of the thumbs down. There's no need to hit the thumbs down. All right. Shout out to Lindy for moving the market on Jordan Westberg's 2 jacks yesterday. Shout out to you being a part of this community, hitting the thumbs up button and subscribing. Easy stuff, right? Right? Great. We've got a couple of offers. You'll see this thing below here on BetMGM. Incredible. Still up. 2 free months of the Discord. That is where you get to chill with my guy here. Let's, though, look, because I want to show you this right away. We're going to head on over to Caesars. Just sign up both books, but this is your first bet. This is your very first bet on Caesars. I'm showing this to you now. $50, get $250 back. This is where you want to be for the NFL season. All right, 21 or older, gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. You know the drill. You get $250 back regardless. Now, when this promo hits, you'll see that your $50 wager, which will be your bet 50, will pay you back $300 profit, and you get the $250 on top of that. So I'm doing you a favor, okay? That's all. Just doing you a favor. This is the early game here. We're going to go under 9. We'll come back to that little promo there, I promise. We'll go under 9 here. David Peterson on the hill against this banged-up Angels team. Griffin Canning is pitching, which is fine for us right now. I think the biggest thing is where the runs will come from, how they will be manufactured. We don't like a lot of offense in this game, especially, or really despite, I should say, the belief that both of these teams being cooked equals no run score or a ton of runs scored, like this barrage of offense. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen for us. So Griffin Canning, 26 to 7 K to walk ratio. Peterson, 23.8, basically 24. The walks are concerned at 11, but still, these guys have some Ks in them. The lineups have some Ks in them. Don't expect a ton of runs. All right, here's Assad versus Falter. And I just don't know how you would move away, like we just did from there. I don't know how you would move away from the Chicago Cubs in this spot. Cubs have won, 6 of 8, something along those lines. And they've really, especially with the letdown that you saw with Steele pitching against Pittsburgh, very unlikely ending there by all means. Pirates still at home are such a short dog, and that's going to get people asking questions. Well, why? What? For me, there's no second guessing this one. I like Chicago on the road, Assad pitching, a team that is hot versus a Pirates team that's just not doing much. They really aren't doing much at all. So that's a big one there just in its own right, taking the Cubs at minus 125. I'm sure the Odd Shopper premium tool will allow you to shop that. Lay the 1.5 at home for the Phillies. Just do it. Aaron Nola's on the hill. This team has turned the corner offensively, and the last real remaining piece is Aaron Nola re-solidifying himself. There you go. That dropped to minus 120. We like that. Re-solidifying himself as a top 2 pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. We just saw Zach Wheeler dominate last night. Nola's not Wheeler, but Nola needs to get back to Nola. And this is a really good spot for him. You saw Rob Thompson, the Phillies manager, insists on leaving people in, which is great if you're taking these types of spots here. So right there alone, you've got a minus 105, which is great here. You're not laying heavy, which you probably should. Nothing on the St. Louis side should give you any pause, especially the pitcher, that the Philadelphia Phillies won't be able to get to him. at the very least. Drew is in for one. All right. The 16-7 to 60. I don't care how many limited action we've seen of him. The numbers stink. And the Phil's bats are here. All right. Kikuchi versus Syndergaard. So just say this out loud, right? You say Kikuchi versus Noah Syndergaard. Where? Where is there a spot? And I'm asking. I'm not leading, although I am leading. Where is there a spot for Noah Syndergaard to be better on the road than you say Kikuchi? Especially since, and you don't have it in front of you, I do. The only thing working for Syndergaard is that he's got an insane 4.4 walk rate. Okay, great. When you're barely striking people out, when you're pitching incredibly poor to contact, and you're just giving up base runners elsewhere, it kind of negates the fact. It's like, all right, the walk is not making it any worse, and I'll give him that. Kikuchi's got a 25 to 6.5 K to walk rate and 313 xWOBA. He is pitching much better, much better. And there's just no pathway here. Now, this is a great parlay piece for me, specifically. If you wanted to run like an under a team total for Cleveland, that's fine too. I think both are in play. In fact, I am curious what it does look like here. Just bear with me. All right, let's see. You're looking at this here too. But if you could find, I don't know, like team totals. There we go. Total bases. How about total runs? I don't need total bases. I need total runs. Team to score first. I'd be interested in Toronto here. Absolutely. Okay. So let's do that. That's fine. Both teams to score 2 or more runs. Kikuchi, probably not. Meaning I won't bet that. Okay. Showing you the markets that Caesars has. No problem here. Let's get back to our card. So, first to score, Toronto. Cleveland's not getting one in the first inning, and Toronto has a shot to just get to Syndergaard right away. So, that would be our play for this game. Houston and Detroit. It's Verlander. I mean, look at these pitching matchups. They define, I think, the gap between the two teams. Not saying that Cleveland is cooked. I'm talking about the next one here. And what are you going to do? Fade Verlander, put in a spot? You would need for Detroit to really be able to limit Houston's bats in order to play that under at 8.5 at even money. It's enticing. Don't get me wrong. 22 to 6, 228 x batting average, 303 x WOBA, 3. These numbers are pretty good. And then on the other side for Verlander, the 21 to 7.3 K to walk rates, definitely good numbers below. I think there's a pathway here. At least the first 5, right? Like if we were going to look at least the first 5. All right. Well, I'm not going to go through each market every time, but if you didn't want to go under 8.5, you could easily go under the first 5 total. I think that's fine here too. Look, just a reminder, because it's lingering right here. This NRFI, A's, White Sox, Padres, Brewers, Rangers, Twins. That's today. All 3 hit at plus 600. Your first bet, $50 back. All right, $50. The reason why I'm pounding this here is because A, it's an insane offer ahead of time from Caesars, and B, it's right ahead of the NFL season. College football just opened up. We just hit that. So you want to take advantage of this. I know you're going to be betting baseball. You're here for baseball, but look, baseball winds down. You want to pivot. Just saying, this is a great spot to be in. Rodon versus Little. So Carlos Rodon, this Yankees team, clearly cursed, right? Although it's their own doing, and I love it. I don't want to sound or intimate like I'm taking them off any hook here. But it is nice to see, of course. Yankees get shut out last night. Is there any bounce back in this team? Probably not, right? Like, probably not to the point where you're just getting a rough estimate, I think, of just how bad this team can be, even with power returning to that lineup. Rodon's numbers have been horrific, and even Littell, like, okay, the 21-3 K to walk rate. These aren't great numbers either. Can you get for a Yankees team, mind you, who was scoring runs going into that game last night? So that's the biggest question. I'm not laying 210 to get 1.5 runs here. If anything, of these 6 plays, it would be going over 8. Both pitchers, I think you do see a bounce back from the Yankees bats. And it's not even so much a bounce back as it is continuation, with yesterday being a little bit of a bump in the road. Bailey Ober, Jordan Montgomery. So a big thing here. Oh, by the way, where's that Washington-Miami game? All right, we'll get you that in here. Washington-Miami. It's not on the board here. That's fine. It is for us. Trevor Williams pitching against JT. And you better have JT Realmuto or somebody else around to help compensate, because it's going to be a long win for Miami. And I actually like Washington on the road with the run line. Both pitchers are not good. No, it doesn't mean they're terrible or bad. I'm just saying they're not good. There's going to be a little hanging around, probably a little uncomfortable for Miami hanging around with this Washington team, as we've seen some spotty power at times. That's just not good for Miami defensively as well. I think you're going to see Washington stick around in this game. I'd be shocked if they actually lost it. But we'll keep it moving. Texas, as I mentioned, Bailey Ober, Jordan Montgomery. All right, big one here. And for me, Jordan Montgomery is the guy that I think is the easiest to attack, right? Like, of all the guys, of all the teams here, he would be the easiest between the two. They're not awful numbers, and he's good enough to surprise some people. And now I am interested in some other markets just for the sake of it, because, for example, like Bailey Ober, I'm interested to see where his Ks are. 5.5 Ks. Now, first off, don't play Montgomery unless you're going under, and I think that's an interesting parlay piece. But on the road here, I would be tempted. I know it's Texas, and they've got some solid contact hitters in here, and it's tough to just load up on Ks. But again, I would want to shop this. Absolutely want to shop this. And look, you can do that over here. Odd Shopper Premium Tool. It's pretty easy, right? Just go to baseball, say, okay, let me see what I have here. Okay. Sort by EV. Why not? Aaron Judge to hit a home run is actually plus EV over there on Sugar House. Imagine that. A guy as popular as Aaron Judge, you can find a plus EV bet for him to hit a jack. That's what he does. Not on FanDuel, not on DraftKings, not on Caesars. Don't play this home run play anywhere else but Sugar House Bet Rivers Unibet. There you go. All right, that's a free lesson, courtesy of Shooter McGavin, and all I'm asking for you to do is sign up below. That's it. Takes 60 seconds, I think, out of your life, if less than that. 70% off your first month is going away like 2 days. So you better sign up now. That's all I'm saying. And I just gave you some stuff. Look at that. That's some cool looking stuff. All right, so we'll run Bailey over. All right, there you go. You forced me into it. I hope you're happy. We run Bailey. A's and the White Sox. Now, here's what we do. 2 really bad teams, right, going on right now. Paul Blackburn, Mike Clevenger. I mean, these guys have been a little bit better at times than record would indicate, of course. So, for us, is there a way in which you can get value with Oakland as a dog, as a road dog? Is Clevenger that bad? Is Blackburn that good? And I don't mean like in comparison to anything but themselves. Yes, absolutely. Again, you wanted to run a parlay piece here. What did we say the other one was? Oh, yeah, the strikeout prop. You could do that. You could run Montgomery under K's parlayed with the Oakland A's plus 1.5. Just showing you. You could do that. That would be a great two-leg parlay, in my opinion. A's are hanging in this game without a doubt. Chicago is cooked. We know that. Well, so are the A's. I understand that. Trust me, I get it. You need a willing dance partner of another team being cooked just to sniff and hang in that game. All right, here we go. Oh, you can make me go all of them now. Here we go. We don't have Sunday Night Baseball, but we will add. We will add. So in this case, we'll take we'll add this and let you know that this is a massive parlay piece. A's on the road, baby. That's right. Load them up. Load them up. Now, from Chicago to Arizona, a couple more to get to here before we bounce. And Sunday Night Baseball, of course. But Arizona, look at this pitching matchup, right? Ciccone. What's the guy's name from Fast Times? Slade versus Graham Ashcraft. Don't call him Ashcroft. He doesn't like that. All right. We have in front of us a spot at least for Slade where he can sneak in and do some damage on the road. Or pardon me, with a team on the road. Cincinnati's going to struggle to score some points, some runs. Jeez, I'm looking at this other thing here. It moved on over to the football already. They're going to struggle to score some runs. And I don't know how long Ashcraft is going to last in this game. When you start to see Walker, Marte, you start to see this lineup turn, fam. And that just makes it really difficult for a guy who's struggling to K 17.3 strikeout rate for Graham Ashcraft. So I'm inclined. I understand that Slade hasn't pitched a ton, but I think that benefits at least through the first 3 innings, maybe 5 innings, depending on how well it's going. I'm inclined to just lay the 120, 125, shop, and take the home team here to win the game. Just find a way to win the game. Couple more to get to. These are leans right now as we don't have them specifically up, although I'm sure they may be up here with the Odd Chopper Premium tool. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the money lines here. Bouncing around. There we go. Kansas City and Seattle. All right. So nothing there with the money line. Clearly, this is going to be a total spot, if anything, or it's just going to be you run the run line, which is fine. Show you how easy it is to use this tool. We head on down to Kansas City. All right, that's actually pretty workable here. Laying 1.5 for Seattle at minus 125 is a little more workable than I thought. You do have Alec Marsh on one side, but the better part, and he has some Ks in there. He's been able to limit some loud contact, 37.2 hard hit, 24.6 K rate. Luis Castillo has just been so good. 299 xWOBA, match that with a 27.5, 5.8 K to walk rate. Your best bet here is to lay the 1.5 for Seattle at home, as they have just put on this massive resurgence right now. They dropped 15 on the Royals dome last night. Last but not least, clearly, anytime you have the Atlanta Braves on the road, you really need to think about why you would fade them. That's the first and really only place that you begin. All right. Why would you fade one of the best road teams we've seen in a little bit? Jared Schuster, that could be it. Laying 1.5 for San Francisco at plus 160. Woo! Man, Tristan Beck is actually good enough from a data standpoint to where if he's not striking more than 3 guys out, could still be in a really good spot, pitching to contact, keeping guys off the base path. It's almost like he doesn't necessarily have to strike everybody out on Atlanta. I'm going to tell you, man, go Braves, Giants, San Fran -1.5. Do it. Take the Giants on the run line at home against one of the top teams in Major League Baseball. Woo. All right. I have to tell you one more time, or else I will be upset with myself. Myself. Get 50, get 250 back. And here's the damn thing again, one more time. It's a promo. Take 40 seconds, sign up, put that $50 on the promo, will you? Come on. And seriously, you want to know how easy it will get? You're going to have 300 back once this hits and 250 back coming back in like $50 over 5 weeks. And trust me, you need it rationed. Okay? I'm here to remind you. You hit the thumbs up button. He's already hit the thumbs down button. Don't worry. Lindy's taking care of that. He speaks for a lot of you. I get it. I'll see you next week as we wind down the month of August. Make sure that you understand we're starting to take that shift. Make that shift. Football's in the air.